Well, this is a look at Hillary Clinton, the Democratic frontrunner, campaigning today in the Bronx, where it would appear, the residents surrounding her a bit more receptive to her presence there than they were Texas Senator Ted Cruz just a day ago. Her comments here to a gaggle of reporters coming while Bernie Sanders just stepped away from the mic in Philadelphia. Here is Clinton.
Well, Marcia, I don't really know what that means, because if someone gets the number of delegates that's needed to be nominated, then the convention will nominate that person. And look, I ran a very contested campaign against then Senator Obama, and it went all the way to the end. We worked really hard. He got more delegates. And so I endorsed him. I worked for him. I nominated him at the convention, because we are going to have to unify Democrats and right-thinking Americans to stand up against the Republicans. Donald Trump or Ted Cruz are just absolutely going to rip away the progress we've made. And Trump, with his insults of everybody, is trying to divide us instead of unify us. So let's start with the Democratic Party and go from there.
Did you see the Yankee game last night, Secretary Clinton?
I'm going to work hard to do that.
Secretary Clinton, did you see the Yankee game last night? I know you're a little busy.
I didn't, but I read about it. I read about it this morning. Was it as exciting and a blowout as it sounded?
It was pretty good. How does it feel to be back campaigning in the Bronx?
It feels great. You know, Ruben and I were just talking. When I first started running for the Senate, I came to the Bronx.
That's right.
And I came back many, many times and worked to support the great things that are going on in the Bronx. I am so proud of the progress that has been made. You want to brag a minute on the Bronx?
Look, we here in the Bronx have seen for many, many years a friendship with Hillary Clinton, building our housing, 23,000 units of housing in the last 6 years, $9.5 billion of private investment, creating jobs, cutting unemployment. We've done that with real democratic values. We've done that by identifying problems and working together on the solutions. And we've done that with someone who has been a leader in healthcare, as Hillary has been. The secretary has been by far the best person that we see in terms of foreign policy. Someone asked me last week, you know, Bernie's in the Bronx, are you feeling the burn? Well, the Bronx hasn't been burning for decades. and so we here in the Bronx, the way we've done in the past, we're going to be with Hillary. We're going to give her the amount of votes that she needs so that she can win the city and the state of New York, go on to win New Jersey, Connecticut, California, and take on Donald Trump in November and be the next president of the United States. Is that correct?
You said that you were proud of the issue-based campaign Democrats are running.
Right.
After what Bernie Sanders said last night, and after the fact that his campaign manager said that you don't want to destroy the Democratic Party for your ambition to be president, are you still proud of the Democratic race?
Well, I'm going to keep talking about the issues, Dan, and I'm going to keep drawing contrast, because that's what elections are about. But I think it is important to tell people what you're going to do for them and how you can get it done, how you can produce results that'll make a positive difference in people's lives. That's why I love working with leaders like Ruben, because it's all about rolling up our sleeves and getting to work. Don't make promises you can't keep. Know what you want to achieve, and then bring everybody together to get the results. And that's what I'm going to do in New York, across the country, and if I'm so fortunate, as president.
Is he doing a disservice to the party?
So far, you have received support of some Latino elected officials, but still there are some sectors that are still not so convinced that you stand for Latinos. So what would be your message to those sectors that, might want to try to decide if they're supporting you or not in the Latino community?
I'm very proud of my record on behalf of Latino issues and people. And Ruben?
I don't really know what Latino sectors are you referring to. Los latinos apoyamos a Hillary Clinton. Ella ha sido una líder en términos de los asuntos de inmigración. She's been a leader on immigration issues. She's been doing this since Ted Kennedy. And then we know that everyone out there who says that they're for the immigrant community hasn't been there in the way that she has been here in the Bronx. 41% of the people who live live here. We're born in another country. So when you look at the progress that's been happening here, we've been benefiting from it. We've been benefiting from her leadership. She's the person who has the ability to work with the world leaders in order to have the people here who come from those countries feel like they have true compassion coming out of the White House. So that's the reason why when you look at every single one of the Latino leaders, we were all here yesterday from the Bronx, throughout the state of New York, and throughout the country. All the overwhelming majority of Latino leaders know who our friend has been. Nuestra amiga siempre ha sido la secretaria Hillary Clinton, y por eso que la estamos apoyando.
We don't use a token on the subway. You're aware of that now.
Yes. Well, you know, actually, I think we changed when I was senator. I think it was my first term when we changed from tokens to Metro cards.
You're well aware of that.
I do, Marcia. I am so proud to have represented this state for 8 years. I'm a proud New Yorker, and I want to be a good president for New York and for the rest of our country, but New York values the people of New York. There is no place like it in the world, and I'm going to take those experiences, take those values to the White House if the people of New York give me that great privilege. Thanks.
All right, folks.
You know, a couple of years ago.
Hold on.
That was Hillary Clinton in her home state of New York, actually on a tour in the Bronx, taking questions about many topics, including the increasing rancor now in her race against Bernie Sanders, something that Sanders himself actually spoke to moments ago in Philadelphia. We'll have that sound for you soon as well. Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on the movements of both Democratic rivals throughout the day.